People probably want to know, what is it hard to go back to a reasonably sized white penis after dealing with a baby arm? Is it upsetting?
No.
Is it hard to go back to regular life?
So I hadn't even planned on covering this whole Adam22, Lena the Plug situation. Right? If you don't know, Adam22, Lena the Plug are married. They're both corn stars. Adam22 is the host of No Jumper. But long story short, they shoot corn scenes together, oftentimes with other women, which is something Lena the Plug is okay with. Seems like she's always been okay with. But the whole world is going crazy because she shot her first scene with another man outside of her own husband, right? I'm like, why does everybody even give a damn? Like, they corn stars. They live differently. You know what I mean? But then what got my attention is that this isn't something Adam22 wanted to do originally, right? Like, I go send the video, and clearly this is something that he was not okay with, bro. Yeah, I mean, like, if you into it, you lend to seeing your girl getting rammed up. And corn stars do what corn stars do, but it's your wife. You clearly wasn't into it. Let me see if I can find this video.
Yeah, for me, sometimes I wish I could sleep with other men just because logistically for my schedule, it would be easier because Adam is a very busy person. And so sometimes it's hard to call upon him to work with him, especially when I want to have like some for my OnlyFans and I have to coordinate with one other person's schedule. So there's that component. And yeah, obviously I think it'd be fun and hot if we did stuff with other guys, but like, I just don't care enough to like have it affect my relationship with you. And I'm okay with that. But I feel like a lot of my very feminist audience wants me to care about that a little bit more and like fight for it.
Right.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm fighting for my side.
What's your side?
That I like having you as mine.
As only yours?
As only mine, yes. I'm very, very sensitive.
You don't think that you're not very sensitive?
Very jealous, very emotional. I'm a lot to handle. You, sort of calloused. You can just watch me sleep with another girl.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt you. I don't know if I could feel the same way if I was watching you get donkey f***ed by one of these.
Why do you always say it like that?
He clearly wasn't into it, bro. You know what I mean? You could sense it, like, in his soul, bro. He's not trying to have his wife getting piped by somebody else, especially on camera. Like, if you cool with it, you cool with it. But he got duped into it, allowing it to happen, right? I mean, he didn't get duped. It was all about the money. Like, pretty much you sold your girl, bro, right? And apparently they had a podcast talking about it, bro. So that's what we tapping into now.
Okay, going into it, how did you feel?
Okay, so I didn't really know the shoot was going to happen until the day before the shoot.
That is a good
It all
point.
happened so fast because in my head I was like, oh, this is going to be my debut scene. I'm going to need like 2 months out. I'm going to go hard in the gym.
I don't know about debut scene. I mean, I am a human being, right?
No, but like, sorry. But like,
Body shot, bro. Body shot, dog. Like, man. Just getting his nuts just ripped off even before the scene goes public, bro. I got to get my body right. I got to look nice for my scene. Mind you, she been shooting scenes with Adam this whole time. Clearly, she don't give a about how she looking. She need to look better for the next dude, right? That she about to get piped. Ah, man. It's hard for me to even. I know if I feel this way, bro, about your situation, because this is not genuine, bro. Like, this is a fake laugh. This is a coping laugh, right? I'm a human being, bro. You really just cut one of my testicles off by saying that you got to get in shape for him, but not for me. Oh, bruh.
And I just walked away. I was like, I think I'm going to shoot with Jason tomorrow. And you were like, okay. And I walked away. I went to wash the dishes or something. And then I come back and you're just like, no facial, no kissing. And I was like, okay, that was like the extent of the conversation.
Right.
And then I left the next day to do it. And you barely said bye to me because you were playing poker.
I said bye. I mean, I'm playing 8 tables at the same time. I mean, it's kind of hard, but.
And then
I'm so glad that I was doing something that is like requiring of the most cognitive load possible. So it made it kind of hard to think about it while it was happening. And then by the time you got back home, I'm like basically like finishing up poker then. So I didn't really have a ton of room to think about it while it was occurring, which was nice.
It was the best place for you to be, for sure. I was so nervous, like beyond nervous. And I'm even nervous that it's going to come out because I'm like, I wonder if it showed in the scene. But I was there for a couple hours getting hair and makeup or whatever, and then I had to go and get Jason and bring him in, and we had to take photos. And we just started taking pictures, and I was like, stop, like leave. I have to take pictures of myself. I cannot take pictures with you right now.
Handle it. She couldn't handle it, bruh. But it's like they lying to themselves, bro. Yeah, I mean, this is why this is like an issue. You know what I mean? Like y'all selling y'all. So it's no different from like OnlyFans and shit. Bitches out here, or people out here in general, selling they souls for some bread. That's what it all comes down to. The amount of money that she got, or I'm assuming they got, for allowing her to shoot a scene with another dude, bro. But clearly they're bothered by it. Buddy had to do something else to occupy his brain so he wasn't thinking about his girl getting piped, right? And then she talking about just how nervous she is with dude slanging, taking pictures with her, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't a big deal, it's not a big deal, right? But clearly it is.
There was like so much guilt, even though I knew that you had said yes, you'd given me your blessing. The cameraman's like, it's not cheating. He's just like trying to remind me. He's like being my, like, you know, I had no girls with me to like just cheer me on or anything. He was being my little.
Well, you said something
buddy.
about how your makeup artist or your hair person was like your therapist.
Oh yeah, they were being my therapist.
So you're like talking it through it with him, like, oh, I feel terrible. I'm about to fucking cheat on Adam.
Yeah, I was super nervous. Right. I don't know. I just felt really uncomfortable. I mean, I told you that, like, when we were in France last month, we went to the club and these guys were trying to dance with me, and I literally left the dance floor and I sat on the couch by myself because I felt so uncomfortable. Right. I didn't know what to do, and it felt like it was cheating. Like, even if I just bumped into a guy dancing, and here I am, I have to have sex with somebody, and it's gonna be filmed and put online.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a lot.
You shoot the scene. And like, did you feel like you got out of the nervousness at a certain point, or like how did that transpire?
I don't know. I'm trying to think if I did get out of the nervousness at all. I kept like putting the scene off. I remember we were filming like intro teaser stuff, fully clothed, whatever, and then I just kept like, oh, I have to go do this. I'll be right back. Like, I just kept putting it off. Yeah. And then I went in the moment when I had to finally do it. I don't know. I just hope it looks good. I feel like I blacked out at some point.
Ironically, you blacked out.
Shut the fuck up.
Black.com. You see how she just brushed over that part? The part we need to know the details about? She just brushed over that. Yeah, I mean, don't nobody care about you putting it off. We care about what the hell you did. And she not providing anything. No details on that one, dog. But you might as well go ahead and say it, bro. It seems like Adam can take it, bro. Damn, dog. That's just...
I low-key feel like you're less mad because it's viral and you're like into being viral.
I will say that having seen how viral it went, it now seems kind of insane that I ever would have like potentially stood in the way of you doing this, just because this is obviously such an amazing thing for your career as well as mine. Like, we're not going to state dollar amounts, but even just like the money that I've made off of talking about this on YouTube and Snapchat has been kind of ridiculous. And then like,
you're welcome.
Plug Talk has been, that's a very weird framing, but the amount of additional signups that we've gotten on onlyplugtalk.com has been kind of insane.
Yeah.
Just seeing like how crazy this has been. And also like, it's a weird thing where like, at a certain point in my life, you're scared of like people shitting on you, or you want to avoid people shitting on you. And then at a point like right now, it's like, oh, I'm just getting so destroyed by people making fun of me that it's like, you just got to roll with it.
Coping, bro. He coping hard, trying to rationalize this shit the best he can to make himself feel normal about it, bro. But like he just flip flopping. They both flip flopping, going from one side to the other side. This is not what he wanted to do. He was not trying to have his girl getting piped. The fact that she thought she was cheating and she was uncomfortable, and he has to distract himself doing something and not think about it, calling her a cheater, this, that, and the third, and then got to rationalize it to some point to be able to soften this blow of the whole world addressing this weird ass situation. I feel bad for. Well, I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him because they both doing it for the check.
I don't know. I feel like in my first or second year as an online person, shit bothered me a lot more. None of the comments about this have bothered me. People calling me a terrible person, terrible wife, whatever.
Right.
I don't take any of it, like even 1% of it seriously.
She has to say that shit to him to make him feel better about it. Like if you didn't, if none of this shit, if none of the things people are saying are bothering you, then why should you feel bad about doing it in the first place? Why were you uncomfortable? Why do you have to delay the shoot? Why did it feel like cheating, right? Because it's bothering you, right? You're just contradicting yourself. Well, it's coping. You got to, right? They got a lot of themselves to normalize this, to make it seem like it's acceptable when it's not. You know what I mean? Because y'all live in a lie.
When they bring your motherhood into it, that's one thing I don't like, because you are an amazing mother.
I mean, I feel like it doesn't bother me at all because I just I know it 100% does not affect how I am as a mother. And like, if you think that my kid is going to grow up and not judge daddy for all the things he did, but is going to judge mommy, like I'm not going to raise that kind of kid who's going to believe in that double standard.
I notice like every conversation I have about it with people is like, they lay it out. They say, are you jealous? Are you mad? Whatever. We have that conversation. And then they basically like kind of hit a wall because it's like, oh, you're two consenting adults and you decided to do something kind of freaky. And in our case, on camera. Mm-hmm. So then they start doing the kid thing because there's like nowhere else to go with it, because you can't blame me or you for doing something that we want to do, or you doing whatever you want to do on camera.
Do they want to do it though? That's the question. Is it genuine? Did you want to do it? At least that's the issue for me. Right? If y'all want to do it, you have no problem doing what you did, and it's cool, that's fine. But it's too much being said here that says otherwise. Right? Like that shit hurt both of y'all mentally. Y'all in denial about it. Y'all lying to yourself about it. And we got footage of Adam saying, hey, he did not want this shit to happen at all. It really bothers him. He don't know if he could take it. You know what I mean? He don't know if he could take having his girl take somebody else, bro. Like all the proof is out there that y'all just it's cap. It's all lies. It's not real. That's the problem. And then the parenting comes into play as well. I don't know how you're going to clean that up, explain that to your children, like you pretty much sold your soul for $1.
Camera. It's like, how can you be mad?
It, so it's like we're supposed to stop now?
Right.
I mean, we already did it. It's already out there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing is I notice a ton of dudes speak about it and talk about it as if this was happening to them, but their wives or girlfriends are not porn stars. And they're not like, if my girl had never been naked online, if we had never shared all these other girls or whatever, then would I find it like so shocking that I wouldn't even be able to imagine it? Yeah, probably. But like the same way that you've gotten kind of like numb to seeing me fuck other girls, at a certain point, it just started to feel like it wasn't that big a deal. Now, obviously, it was a deal. It was definitely something because, like, especially like maybe like the day after,
come on, man,
I had
that's
a
all you
little
gotta
bit
say.
of buyer's remorse.
Come on, bro, you lying to yourself. You lying to yourself, dog.
Especially like maybe like the day after, I had a little bit of buyer's remorse where I was just like a little bit like sick to my stomach of
it was
just
a
like
lot of this. I didn't know what mood I was going to get you in for a few days there.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there was times where you got mad at me, but I feel like it's part of it is like we were learning each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
I came home and maybe was a little too honest with you, but you were like asking me a lot of questions.
Right.
And I didn't know how to not answer your questions.
Right.
So yeah.
And now that I've seen bits and pieces of the video as well, that's what's kind of weird too, is realizing like the whole world seems to have decided that being a cuck is a bad thing, or like that your girl getting fucked by someone else is a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not like, I was not horrified.
Hell no, dog. Come on, man. Get this shit out of here, bro. Get the shit out of here, man. I've never seen someone like sitting here trying to convince themselves as hard as he is, bro. But I guess you got to. I guess you got to stay sane, or stay as sane as possible, bro. You know what I mean? if you regret it and have buyer's remorse, I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna fucking jump off a damn building, bro. But you got to sit here and lie to yourself. Is it really that bad to let somebody else fuck your wife? What? What are you talking about, bro? What? What? Being a cuck is a bad thing. Absolutely, it's a bad thing if you're not a fucking cuck. Like, cucks don't care about being a cuck. You clearly care about being a cuck. It's just bothering the hell out of you, dog.
By it. I'm not like upset by it. I'm not going to say that this is going to be something that I'm going to be fucking pounding my dick to, but
I hope you watch the scene and I hope you jerk
yeah,
off.
see, you said that last night, is that you are really turned on by the idea of me seeing it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? I didn't know that was going to be one of the effects of this.
I don't know, because I know that you think it's hot. We've had more sex since I fucked Jason than we usually have in like a month.
That's because he trying to own his territory back. He want his territory back, bro. He ain't turned on by that. You want him to be turned on by that, so you can keep doing it. That would be the best case scenario. It literally turns into a cuck. But nah, he's trying to get his territory back, bro. He's trying to mark his territory, but it's too late, dog. That shit has sailed, bro. Your shit is your girl for everybody, literally now.
We've had more sex since I fucked Jason than we usually have in like a month.
I got an abrasion on my dick from fucking you too much.
Every time we talk about it, you get a boner and then we have sex.
I know. And
I feel like you're trying to assert your dominance over the fact that I had sex with somebody else, but it's still like part of it turns you on. Like, oh, she fucked someone else. This is hot.
There's something about it where when you know your girl is not fucking anybody else, which at this point and after 7 years, I feel quite confident that you're not going to run off and cheat on me. It creates like a little bit of competition in your mind, even not knowing necessarily like how much you enjoyed it or how great it was or whatever. It's still kind of like, oh, like that competition thing. That's like a real biological thing. Like, no, I want to beat it.
What? What? You wanna compete for what's yours? Like I said, the cope is real. Fuck out of here, dog. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Right after you do this, around that time period, I'm like, I need you to be very loving with me. We need to be having sex. Like, we can't like this just can't be like a time period where you're like, no, I'm not really in the mood.
Oh yeah, you told me I could never come home from fucking someone else, no matter how broken or destroyed I might be. I have to fuck you too. And
I like you're making it sound kind of like weird there, but
no,
but hey, if y'all cool with it, it shouldn't matter though, right? It shouldn't matter, dog. It shouldn't matter, bro. This whole shit should just say, Adam22's coping mechanisms, bro. That's what this video should say. Just coming up with these types of things that he needs to do, think up, make up to make this terrible experience better for him.
like, I mean, I get it. It's why deny you for someone else?
I need to have my ego satiated in that moment, especially given that like I just didn't know how I was going to feel about it. And as you saw, it took me a couple of days to like wrap my head around it.
Yeah. Do you feel like every day it's less of a big deal to you?
Yeah, at this point, I really don't care at all.
Cat.
But yeah, I mean, like at this point, I feel like I just kind of have to own it. Like yeah, I was into seeing it. Bruh. When I see the full thing, or like, you know, however much of it I end up seeing, I'm probably going to enjoy seeing it. And it makes me think about like my best frame of reference, because I have not spent almost any time in my life learning about like how polyamorous people work or anything like that. But when I was at the AVN Awards back in January, there was a couple of different dudes who came up to me with their wives or girlfriends and said, hey, if you ever have time or you're ever down, I would love for you to fuck my wife. Mm-hmm. And I'm just kind of like, okay, like that's wild. Like, I didn't even take it serious or anything like that. But I understand what those guys are thinking. They have watched me in porn or whatever. They've watched you in porn, and they would love to like just see their girl inserted into that environment. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just seeing you like looking like a glamorous porn star on camera with a very well-known professional, it's not the worst thing in the world to me. I'm not super mad about it. And then
that's cuck talk, bro. That's cuck talk. He had to change himself into a cuck in order to make this shit make sense. In order for him to sell his wife, in order for him to reap the benefits of this shit, he literally had to turn himself into a cuck. He don't believe what the hell he's saying. That's not true, bro. Because you wouldn't be talking all this bullshit. You talking about have to exert my dominance and all the mental up and down I've been going through, the stress, and you wouldn't be saying all that, bro. It'd be fine. You got to convince yourself that you like it. You don't like that shit, bro.
I feel like it's kind of allowed me to even just embrace the fact that, like, yeah, in prior situations, even with you, I've fucked girls with one of my friends, and that was okay, but because it's a girl who I don't have a real relationship with. But now I'm kind of like, well, why the fuck do I care? Especially as a porn person, you know? It's like, why would it be such a big deal? If I enjoy it with a girl that I don't give a fuck about, what is the point of me not doing that with the girl that I'm married to?
Oh, hell no. I need that fucking meme. Hell no. Bro, this is cope. Like, why? Why do I care so much about my wife, the woman that I love, getting pounded by somebody else? That shouldn't bother me. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What? Because you're not that, bro. I mean, you are. Clearly, you are. Maybe this was what it took for you to realize this is what you naturally are. Like, you really are. Nah, I think you're lying to yourself, but bruh, dog, it's like literally you just seeing him trying to justify and rationalize this crazy ass predicament that he's put himself in, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like low-key speechless, dog. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, but that's also one thing that I've realized is that even if I really didn't like the idea of you fucking another dude on camera, I mean, being in the porn business, it would just be insane for me to say no to it at this point, or at least this one scene, you know, like doing more is kind of its own separate conversation. But, you know, the financial financial rewards have been so absurd that it's kind of like, well, we're in business together. Like, you gotta
yeah. And I mean, at some point it's like, my fans were just kind of like, your content's getting dry at this point. Like, you haven't done anything new. And so for me, yes, it was exciting financially, and it was exciting to have a new sexual experience, but it's also like, I'm kind of excited for work just because there's like new things I could do for my fans to keep.
I don't know how much more I can take of this shit, bro. I feel bad for Buddy, dog. He don't believe anything he just said. That pretty much summed it up all right there. Like, even if I don't like it, it's pretty absurd for me to deny it because we're in the porn industry and it's the money. How can I say no to that money, bro? You literally just gave up your wife for sale. And look how giddy she is and excited she is to know that she has the opportunity to go sleep with other people, right? She's trying to paint it all pretty for him and shit. You know what I mean? I got new sexual experiences and new opportunities to grow my business and all that. No, it's just new dick she can fucking smash and not be bored. She just pretty much said, like, the content getting dry because I'm just fucking you all the damn time.
Okay. So what else do they want to know? People probably want to know, what is it hard to go back to a, you know, reasonably sized white penis after dealing with a baby arm? Is it upsetting?
No.
Is it hard to go back to regular life?
So first of all, I wouldn't say that yours is regular. I would say yours is definitely like above average. So let's give you that. Yes. Every time we take your pants off on Public Talk, the girl's like, oh, I'm surprised. You know?
For a white guy. They don't say that.
Podcaster.
They don't say that, but they're thinking that.
Maybe. I don't know. Someone called you good boyfriend dick once. And I feel like that was a good compliment because nobody wants like an outrageously large penis all the time.
Right.
It wasn't hard to come back to your dick. I was in a lot of pain for a few days. So having sex was, you know.
It was reupholstered.
You were a little traumatized by me being like, ouch, hold on.
At first, yeah. But that did go away pretty quickly.
It took like 3 or 4 days, yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's snapped back? Well, you never had the natural birth.
Nah, bro, that's it for me. That's it for me. I'm tapped out, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it, dog. I can't do it, bro. Like, you did it to yourself, but I just can't. I can't watch a grown man go through that shit, bro. Oh my God, dog. Just no self-respect, no anything. Because, like, it'd be different if you really believe what you were saying, but you've been contradicting yourself this entire time. I wasn't cool with it. I'm cool with it. I wasn't cool with it. I'm cool with it. Right, and now you just sitting here just getting flamed. You are doing it to yourself, asking her these questions, and it just, oh man, bro, like, Anything for a check, though. Anything for a bag. That's what I get from this. Anything from a bag, including my self-respect, my dignity, my wife, my marriage, all of that. Anything for a check, bro. Man, you are paid cuck. That's crazy.